These teams had some of the game's greatest coaches and players. Unfortunately, they failed to live up to expectations in the playoffs. Once on pace to become historic teams, now these teams are basketball clubs that history does not remember fondly. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we take a look at the top 10 teams that didn't win the NBA Finals. And a big shout out to Andy Thomas for suggesting this list. We do hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, feel free to click subscribe down below for more cool videos every single day. Number 10, 2006-7 Suns. Mike D'Antoni's 7 seconds or less offense was a dynamic force in the mid-2000s. With Steve Nash leading, the Phoenix Suns were a constant contender, but for all their points, they never won a championship. The 2006-7 team is considered the Suns' best team of that era, but Phoenix was beat in the postseason in one of the most controversial series ever. After tying the series 2-2 in Game 4 of the semifinals against San Antonio, key players Amari Stoudemire and Boris Diaw were suspended for Game 5 for an on-court altercation the previous game. The Spurs won the next 2 games to win the series. Number 9, 2006-7 Mavericks. Besides the 2015-16 Spurs, only one other team has won 67 games and not won the championship. That other team is the 2006-7 Mavericks. Led by Dirk Nowitzki, who beat out Steve Nash, Kobe Bryant, and Tim Duncan for the regular season MVP, Dallas had one of the best regular seasons ever. With all-star Josh Howard and key players like Devin Harris and Jason Terry, Dallas cruised to the best record in the league. Yet, in one of the greatest upsets ever, Dallas fell in 6 games in the first round to the 8th-seeded Warriors. Number 8, 2010-11 Heat. In the first season of the LeBron James era in Miami, after a rough 9-8 start to begin the season, the Heat cruised to the Eastern Conference to reach the finals. With 3 of the best players of their generation in their prime and a record 58-24, many predicted a finals win for Miami. Yet, Dirk Nowitzki's Mavericks beat the Heat in 6 games to win the first title of his legendary career. In unusual fashion, James struggled in the series. The 4-time MVP scored only 8 points in Game 4 and was a combined -35 in the final 2 games of the series. Number 7, 72-73 Celtics. In the Celtics' illustrious history, no team won more regular season games than the 72-73 squad. With MVP Dave Cowens and All-Star first-team member John Havlicek, the Boston Celtics looked to win their first championship since 1969. Yet, even though Boston won the Atlantic Division by 11 games, the Celtics were undone by the division rival Knicks in the conference finals. Against New York's Walt Frazier and Willis Reed, Boston was defeated in 7 games. With mostly the same core, the Celtics would win the championship the following season. Number 6, 15-16 Spurs. Due to Golden State's historic collapse in the NBA Finals in the same season, criticism towards the 2015-16 San Antonio Spurs has been lax. But only 6 teams in league history had more regular season wins than the Spurs, who had a 67-15 record and didn't even reach the conference finals. Thanks to offseason acquisitions LaMarcus Aldridge and David West, the Spurs tied the 85-86 Celtics for most wins at home. They were expecting to hang a 6th banner in their rafters, yet in Tim Duncan's final season, the Spurs were upended in 6 games by the younger, more athletic Oklahoma City Thunder in the West semifinals. Number 5, 92-93 Suns. Charles Barkley is widely considered one of the greatest players of all time, but he never won a title. His best shot at the championship was as a leader of the 92-93 Suns. Winning 62 games, Phoenix was led by Barkley, All-Star Dan Marley, and veterans Tom Chambers and Danny Ainge. Winning the conference by 7 games, the Suns beat the Lakers, Spurs, and Supersonics to reach the finals. Unfortunately, they ran into Michael Jordan's Bulls in one of the best finals ever. In a battle between MVPs, Jordan's Bulls beat Barkley's Suns in 6 games to complete a Chicago three-peat. Number 4, 85-86 Lakers. After dethroning Boston for the first time ever as a franchise the previous season, the 85-86 Lakers looked to repeat as champions with their Showtime offense. Yet even with Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and James Worthy, Los Angeles was undone in the Western Conference Finals by the Houston Rockets. Against a front-court leading Hakeem Olajuwon and Ralph Sampson, the Lakers fell in 5 games to Houston. The Rockets eventually fell to Boston in the NBA Finals, and the Lakers would go on to win the next 2 titles. Yet many fans were left wondering what could have been had the Lakers won 4 straight titles. Would it have made them the best dynasty in the modern era? Number 3, 2001-2 Kings. In many fans' eyes, the Sacramento Kings should have won the NBA Finals in 2001. Unfortunately, the Kings met the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals and fell in 7 games in one of the most controversial series ever. With the best record in the league, the Kings had a deep team led by veterans Chris Webber, Mike Bibby, Vlade Divac, and Peja Stojakovic. But it wasn't enough as the Lakers ended Sacramento's season for the 3rd straight year in the playoffs. But with disgraced official Tim Donaghy work in Game 6, which the Lakers won thanks to several debatable fouls, many wonder if the Kings were actually the more deserving team. Number 2, 68-69 Lakers. With Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, and Wilt Chamberlain on the roster, Los Angeles was expected to end years of frustration and win the title. After falling to Bill Russell's Celtics in 6 games the previous season, the Lakers added Chamberlain to combat the Boston big man. The Lakers Hall of Fame trio made the All-Star team. Baylor and West were selected to the first and second All-NBA teams respectively, and Bill Hewitt earned Rookie of the Year. Yet Boston broke the heart of Lakers Nation once again in the '69 Finals, winning the championship in a thrilling 7 games. And number 1, 2015-16 Warriors. With the regular season record of 73 wins and Steph Curry named the league's first unanimous MVP, the Golden State Warriors looked to be arguably the best team ever. Unfortunately, they failed to win the title, and because of that, they top our list. Against LeBron James's Cleveland Cavaliers after taking a 3-1 lead in the finals, the Cavs swept the next 3 games to upend Golden State's dream season. Breaking 25 NBA records in their run, the Warriors' Steve Kerr was named the Coach of the Year, and the team had 3 All-Stars. Yet, few will remember the accomplishments of a possibly legendary team since they failed to win the championship. Do you think there was a team we missed in our rankings? Let us know in the comments below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.